What's going on, YouTube? This is Kaz, and welcome to the Kingdom Perfumes experience. So good to see you guys again. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. So glad to have you. And if you're returning, great to see you again. You're awesome, and I'm grateful for you. This channel would not be where it is without you. So, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and give a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so you can stay up to date on the latest and greatest content from yours truly. So folks, this is round 5 of Battle of the Bergamots. So Battle of the Bergamots is a series where I pair 9 fragrances head to head in sports bracket fashion to determine which is the ultimate bergamot fragrance. The catch is that you are the ones that vote on a weekly basis with each matchup. So I got an awesome treat for you guys today because we do have a winner from last round, and this winner has been undefeated so far. So stay tuned after the credits. Welcome back, folks. So, and I didn't mean credits, by the way, I meant intro. But anyway, welcome back. Before we get into it, I usually like to start off all my videos with a quick and simple prayer. For those of you that would like to skip the prayer, no pressure, there will be a link in the description below. For those of you staying for the prayer, let's go ahead and start. Heavenly Father, I thank you for my viewers, and I just thank you for their lives. Thank you for providing a space where we can just share our passions and connect, just have this technology to just connect with other people around a common passion. So thank you for that, Lord. Thank you for the gift of fragrance and the gift of smell and the gift of aromas. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Round 5 of Battle of the Bergamots. In the previous round, we were trying to figure out who would be a worthy contestant for Xerjoff Neo, and we picked one. It was Le Labo's Bergamot 22. You'll see a picture of it right there. And Bergamot 22 was going up against the undefeated Xerjoff Neo. Picture right there. Now, you guys have voted, and I'm so pleased to announce a winner. So before we go into the fragrances that we're going to be battling head-to-head in this round, let's go ahead over to the bracket so we can see our winner declared and get on with the rest of the video. So let's do the bracket first.
What's up, guys? All right, so we're back at our bracket right now, and I'm so grateful that you guys have chosen a wonderful winner. Remember, we're going up against, we have Xerjoff Neo going up against Le Labo's Bergamot 22. So let me get a drum roll. And the winner, chosen by you all, is none other than Xerjoff Neo. Yeah, I'm actually pretty shocked because I know that Bergamot 22 is a favorite among many of you, and who knows, maybe a lot of you guys out there do like Bergamot 22, but of those that have voted, that have chosen one of these 2 fragrances in my Instagram stories, or maybe placed a comment on YouTube, out of all those folks, 6 of you chose Xerjoff Neo as the winner. And only 4 of you actually chose Bergamot 22. So it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and submit the score right now. And bam. So we are about 50% with this bracket right now. And as you can see, Xerjoff Neo is a finalist. Now I don't have the names of the fragrances, as you guys have noticed throughout the bracket, just because of space, how the bracket kind of cuts off some of the words. So for Xerjoff Neo, it is now waiting. Okay, it's waiting from a contestant to be chosen from these 4 fragrances on the right. So stay tuned, as we are going to be pairing off these 4 fragrances in their own battles to see which one of them is going to get the right to go up against the ultimate, the mighty Xerjoff Neo that has been battling up to this point and has been undefeated thus far. So thank you guys so much for voting. We're going to go back to the video in a second, But again, we have Xerjoff Neo waiting as a finalist to see which one of these 4 fragrances, Dolce & Gabbana, Velvet Bergamot, is it going to be Ormond James Ziza? Is it going to be Essential Parfums Nice Bergamot, which is actually a really nice bergamot fragrance? Or Paris Monte Carlo's Bergamoto di Calabria, same name as Acqua di Parma, but completely different profile. So again, thanks so much for voting up to this point, guys, and we're going to go back to the video.
Welcome back, folks. So you've seen it. Xerjoff Neo is yet again the winner, the reigning champion of the best bergamot fragrance so far. So it is our first finalist, and as you saw, there's 4 fragrances that are ready, that are hungry, ready to be matched and paired. Fight, fist to fist, fight to fight. They're ready. All right, so we got 4 fragrances, and we're gonna go over the bottom 2 right now. So that's gonna be Paris Monte Carlo, Bergamoto di Calabria, right there. And that's also gonna be Ormond James Ziza, bottles right here. So let's go ahead and talk about what these fragrances smell like, and also look at the nose notes, okay? So I'm going to start off with the Paris Monte Carlo. All right, so Paris Monte Carlo Bergamoto di Calabria has the same name as the Acqua di Parma, so that's pretty funny. Now this is a 2018 release. The nose behind Bergamoto di Calabria is Gianluca Paris and Luca Maffei. Now, Gianluca Paris, I think he did a couple of other fragrances from the Paris Monte Carlo house. By the way, that is an awesome house. I highly recommend you guys to try some of the fragrances from the house. Really good, really concentrated things, and I think you guys would love it. Bois de Oud is a nice, clean, smooth oud, and I did do a video of that many months back, probably a year by now. So you'll see a pull-out tab of my review of that fragrance. So anyway, moving on. And Luca Maffei is the second perfumer that has worked on this fragrance. And you guys should have seen, pull-outs of the perfumers so you guys can see what they look like. But Luca Maffei himself has worked on other houses such as Houbigant, which is a popular house, Jacques Fa, which is an up-and-coming, well, I don't know if they're up-and-coming, but I think they re-released a lot of their fragrances. I know Stay Fresh Productions has reviewed some of their fragrances, and I think some other reviewers too. So Jacques Fa, Julemon Paris, I've seen that on Instagram, people talking about Julemon Paris, and Naso di Rasa, I've seen that house as well. They have really interesting bottle caps. So let's go ahead and talk about the smell. I'm just gonna dip it here. By the way, shout out to Lucky Scent for also having a great inventory of niche fragrances and making Paris Monte Carlo's Bergamoto di Calabria available for sample. So I've had to cut my tester strip in half because it's a very small dabber bottle, and whew, man, that is a really interesting bergamot for sure. Man, so this is more of a spicy bergamot, folks, and it's not like a juicy bergamot like some of these other fragrances. This is more on the spicy, maybe oriental side, all right? A little dry too. So yeah, you definitely get this really, it's almost like an edible type of spice. I'm trying to think of what type of seasoning, but like almost like hot sauce, which is weird, but it has this really green, spicy quality to it. The bergamot is starting to kind of, shine through the spiciness. But yeah, it's definitely a different touch. It's a really interesting touch on bergamot, and I can appreciate the creativity here. I can definitely appreciate the creativity. So let's go ahead and dive in, because as this starts to dry, it is kind of changing. It's getting a little sweeter. It's opening up, right? I honestly don't care for the spice that much in the beginning. I love spice, but it's just how it's done. And it has quite a bit. So let's talk about the notes. In the top, we're gonna have some bergamot, some Paraguay petitgrain, pepper, and pink pepper. In the heart, we're gonna have some orange blossom, neroli, jasmine, and then in the base, we're gonna have some Haitian vetiver, sandalwood, iris, and musk. So that's what we got going in this fragrance. Yeah, it's just really a really interesting opening with all that pepper. But the neroli, the orange blossom, the jasmine, that white floral is kind of, you know, it's working its way. It's fighting through the spice right now. And it's getting really pretty, really light, and really airy as it begins to dry. But I think that pepper really presents a challenge to all of that. This is just from my nose. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand, on my left hand here, just so I can get that perspective, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of have a dabber wand here, so I'm just gonna put a little bit there. All right. And this is, I'm not sure if I mentioned this is a 2018 release, and it's like a citrus aromatic based on Fragrantica. All right, so I think it is much better on skin. I don't think the paper is doing all of the profiles justice, and that does happen sometimes. So quick side note, if you guys are testing fragrances and maybe you don't have a fragrance on, or if you don't mind putting a new fragrance on one of your hands, it's the best way to try it, because after all, it's going to be on skin at the end of the day. So sometimes tester strips don't really give you the full experience. Okay, yeah, much better. So forget a lot of what I said about this fragrance on paper. I don't know, it's not dealing with the spice well, but the bergamot comes out in the most beautiful way. The pepper is more of an accent, kind of like a vehicle for the bergamot, even though it also is in the opening as well. But the bergamot is like, it takes center stage, right? This juicy bergamot, and then you have this nice spicy, you know, you got pepper, pink pepper kind of, you know, holding it up. All right, they're not as bad as how the paper makes them smell. I don't know, that's weird. Much better on skin. It blows my mind how different fragrances can be received on skin versus paper. It's the chemistry, right? Your skin is so nuanced. There's so much going on. You know, this is a biological material versus just some paper. So I think this is a good fragrance. Okay, it's very niche in its olfactive profile. It might not be for everybody, but if you do like bergamot, if you like a little more spicy type of bergamot or spicy citruses, it's definitely up your alley, okay? Now the petitgrain does add some aromatic touches to it. It adds a little bit of green to it. But yeah, this is really nice. I actually like the dry down to Bergamotta di Calabria from Paris Monte Carlo a lot better than its opening. So if you're one of those people that has to have a perfect opening, personally for me, I don't like the opening that much, but I love the dry down because there's some white florals to look forward to in the heart. You got orange blossom, you got jasmine, and you got neroli, okay? I'm a sucker for neroli, so if there's neroli in a fragrance, I'm gonna be, you know, waiting for when that neroli comes up. So great stuff. I love how it is on skin. So we're gonna move on to the second fragrance in this matchup. Is Ormond Jane's Ziza. And you'll always see the bottle at the top of the screen there. And shout out to, actually, I don't remember where, Indigo Perfumery. Yeah, shout out to Indigo Perfumery for making a sample of this guy available on their website. I looked everywhere to find a decant of Nice Bergamot by Essential Parfums, and it's actually quite difficult. You can buy like, I think 10 ml or 15 ml travel sprays from the website directly, but I just wanted as small as possible for the sake of this video. And I was trying to find smaller quantities, and Indigo Perfumery came through. I haven't heard of them until now, so shout out to them for that. And it's got a nice little sprayer, so that's convenient. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on this hand. Now, I've had experience with Nice Bergamot before. I did a full house review of Essential Parfums, and you'll see a pull-out tab for that video a while back, and I enjoyed reviewing that. I was fortunate enough to win a giveaway of their sample pack, you know, their discovery set, and it was really fun. I had the opportunity to try all the fragrances. My wife actually has the musk in her collection and absolutely loves it. One of the things I should mention about Essential Parfums is that they focus on sustainability. So they're really keen on just using quality ingredients and sustainability. Even the packaging is completely recyclable. It's just cardboard, but it's the way that they put it together. It makes a great presentation still. So I love the brand. I love what they're about. And before I talk about the year Nice Bergamot came out, I know I've been mentioning Ormond Jane's Ziza a couple times, so I'm so sorry if I've been throwing you guys off. Must have had my wires crossed in my brain showing, Nice Bergamot, but still mentioning Ormond Jane, so much apologies. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Nice Bergamot just from here on out, so no confusion there. Anyway, Nice Bergamot is a 2018 release, so fairly recent, only within the last couple of years. And the nose behind Essential Parfums is Antoine Maison Dieu, or Maison Dieu. I'm not sure how to perfectly pronounce the last name, but you'll see his picture here. And Antoine Maison Dieu has come out with a lot of different fragrances. He has an extensive portfolio, some of which to name are, houses like Acqua di Parma. He's done some Burberry work. He's also done some Bottega Veneta, particularly the Bottega Veneta Pour Homme and the Pour Homme Extreme, which I do have. And I have that was a blind buy from another reviewer, and it's quite a unique fragrance, and I've grown to love it. He's done some Armanis. He's done some Etat Libre d'Orange. He's done some Mont Blancs, the Mont Blanc Explorer and the Explorer Blue. He's done that one. He also even has some Tom Fords under his portfolio. So that is going to be the Velvet Orchid, which I do own. My wife and I own that. And he's also done the Shanghai Lily fragrance, which I believe is discontinued now by Tom Ford. And he's done some Valentinos and even some Van Cleef and Arpels. So Antoine Maison Dieu has been around. He's been on the scene for some time, and he's made a lot of good fragrances. All right, so he's the nose behind Essential Parfums, Nice Bergamot. So some of the notes. Now, there's no pyramid listed for Nice Bergamot. It's kind of just a list of notes here. Okay, so it's not a comprehensive top, mid, or base. You're gonna have some bergamot, some jasmine, some ylang ylang, cedar, and some tonka bean. So Nice Bergamot is really nice, really soft. Okay, so I just did a more spicy take on bergamot. This is the only way I can describe this is, those shampoos, like maybe that old school Pantene, or is it Pantene? Yeah, Pantene, I believe, is a type of shampoo, and I don't think it's Neutrogena. But anyway, it has that like shampoo sweetness to the bergamot. Shampoo has that kind of soft, cloudy, fluffy type of sweetness. This is the type of sweetness that this fragrance has, and I'm a sucker for it. I really love it, and it opens up with this really nice, bright bergamot. It has that cloudy, fluffy, pillowy type of sweetness to it, and as it opens up, it gets really bright and just really subtle. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe this. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, but that is what I smell. That is what I capture in this fragrance, and I actually do want to get a bottle of this at some point. It really is a nice bergamot. The name is perfect, and there's not much more to say about it. It's just really awesome. So, guys, it is up to you to vote. Which one of these two deserves to advance in the bracket? Now, remember, there's only 4 fragrances left. These are 2 of them, okay? Xerjoff Neo is patiently waiting in the finalist spot. So we got Nice Bergamot by Essential Parfums, and we got Paris Monte Carlo's Bergamoto di Calabria. You gotta vote. 2 ways to vote. Go ahead and drop a comment in this video and let me know which one of these fragrances, which one of these 2 you think deserves to be called the better bergamot fragrance. Or if you follow me on IG at The Kingdom Perfumes, in my stories, I will be putting a questionnaire or like a little poll that I refresh every day, where you can go in and choose which one of these 2 fragrances you think deserves to advance in our bracket. We're almost there. We're 50%, and I'm so glad that I've had your help thus far. You can't get any further without your help, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy this video and you look forward to seeing other videos, it'll be a pleasure to have you guys again. Until next time, take care.